Hi, welcome to Passion for Plants. My name is Hannah, and today I'm just going to be giving you guys an update of my tomato plants. So I think it's been a month since we planted them. I'm not even sure how long it's been, but they have like quadrupled in size. They've grown so much, and I have little baby tomatoes on each of them. So I was just going to go through how they have grown and if I've had any issues. So the first thing, really the only thing that I've noticed, is my San Marzano had some spider mites on some of the leaves towards the bottom. So I cut those off a few days ago. I could see because it had like the webbing. I might show you if I have some still. And then I sprayed just some of this Monterey horticultural oil. I ordered this on Amazon, so I'll put the link if you guys want to try this out. I ordered this and then I used it. I just diluted it into this little pump sprayer, which is really easy to do. I actually just use this on almost all of my plants because it just protects from scales, aphids, mites, whiteflies, and all just a bunch of stuff. So I use this on a lot of my fruit trees. But anyways, for the tomatoes, I sprayed it on all of them just kind of as a preventative and also to help with my one San Marzano that had issues. And that pretty much took care of it. You just use this, you pump it and spray it, and it's really easy. So that was really the only issue I've had so far. I haven't seen any of like the caterpillar type things, anything like that, but I'll definitely keep an eye once the fruit starts coming out. And then I am going to be using this rot stop. So sometimes you can put calcium into the soil to help with blossom end rot, anything like that. Also has to do with consistency of water, but I'm not going to do anything in the soil necessarily. I'm going to do it directly on, and I'm going to spray it onto the fruit itself as it's growing. So I have small ones now, but we are in a heat wave. It's going to be like 95 today, so I'm not going to be using this at all during the heat wave because it might burn it. So I'm going to wait until it cools down next week, and then I'll use this just about like once a week, spray it directly onto the tomatoes themselves and a little bit of the leaves around it. I'm not going to spray the entire bush, just mainly the tomato, and then that should help with it. So that's all I'm going to do with that, but that's really the only issues and stuff. They've been really good. So let me see if I can find any of those little white or spider mites that I was talking about. So I couldn't find a good example of the issues that had the spider mites because I cut it all off, but I was going to show you guys just my first little San Marzano baby tomato here. It's just so cute. This is such a different shape because I haven't grown this one before, but I looked it up and they just end up kind of being in this little like double bell shape. It's just so cute. All right, let me see what else I can find. I found one on actually it's like the sugary tomato, little small like cherry tomatoes. I found one that has little spider mite damage. So this is kind of what the leaves looked like. So you can see that there's like this webbing here. This isn't an actual hole. It's got just the webbing. So that's not, like I said, hole, but it's got the webbing there. So that's some damage just from some spider mites, and you don't want to let this get out of hand, which is why I did this. I'll also go once a week and just spray it with water because it's so warm that it'll evaporate by the time nighttime comes. You don't want to leave your leaves wet at night because that will cause a lot of issues. So I'll come in the morning and just spray it all down just to try to knock off anything that's on there, and then it'll dry and evaporate by the end of the day. So let me see if I can find, oh here, one of my baby sugary tomatoes here. And this thing is just loaded. So my sugary tomato here is just loaded with all these flowers that are eventually going to be my tomatoes. So here's my Thornburns terracotta. We'll put in a little snippet of how it looked when we planted it, and I've pruned it down at the base of it so the leaves weren't touching the ground, but we have a couple little tomato babies in here too. So here's one. Oh, sorry. So this one's my Better Boy. It doesn't have any fruit yet, but it has a lot of the flowers, and they're just about to pop out some fruits. So it's grown really big fruits yet. All right, so that's pretty much it. I have had no issues with rodents, with pests, with anything like that, really. So Alex is trying to get Jenga's attention. So yeah, it's been pretty easy. So if you guys have any questions or anything, leave it in the comments and I'll try to respond as much as I can. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.